Welcoming you back to crypto's juiciest news, baby dolls. We continue the Trump tariff tantrum event going on here. The Bitcoin price, this is the monthly chart. It is on the third red month in a row. Fitting, isn't it? 3 red months in a row. Definitely wasn't expecting that one, especially for our bull market. This is the monthly chart for Ethereum. Unfortunately, I mean, like, it's deep red, but like monthlies, to be honest, following trends, Bitcoin's the big daddy, right? When it comes down to these altcoins and stuff, they can always be hyper volatile and they can like fake you out and stuff out here. This is the Bitcoin weekly chart, hanging on by a nail. I mean, I did this multiple times last year as well, 2024. Look at this. Came within, I mean, like, check it out, friends. Came within like 2% of the weekly SuperTrend. Actually broke the weekly SuperTrend, came back up close above it, and then came again within 1.2% of the weekly SuperTrend. I mean, look at this one. It literally came like within 0.6%. It's kind of funny how I don't know why, man. I just don't know why. This is it. We find a magical indicator where we just look at something from 2017 and we're like, oh, the weekly SuperTrend, that was kind of funny. Maybe we did, friends. I don't know. But remember, the weekly SuperTrend, it's just the default setting. It's just 3 times the ATR. So you get the average range, whatever it is, you multiply by 3, and then you have like this box, right? That's pretty much it. So you have, I mean, this one, it broke it upwards. So now it just has these 3 times the range. As it moves up, it stays within 3 times the range. If it closes down, and then it will flip and give you a red one on the upside as well. And if you broke above that, it gets green again. So that's the weekly chart out here. Ethereum still cucking itself down to freaking oblivion all the way down. It closed the CME gap here from March 2023. That's all we're just feeding. Like, just, man, Ethereum did a 20% drop in a day. Oh, well, what do you do? The others BTC chart, once again, because Ethereum is cucked, altcoins are cucked. Pretty much everything is cucked. There is no good news inside. But, you know, we've been seeing that for a long time, pretty much. There's been no good news ever for an infinite amount of time. Literally nothing at all. This is the others BTC chart, just with a different angle as well. It's like I have the longest, worst drawn out period ever. I think the market's irrational. Of course, friends, because it's been irrational for like 4 years, so there's nothing else we can do about it. Looking at Mr. Stonk Market, this is the S&P 500. I'll just put on the weekly chart out here. So it takes a while to clear these things up. I mean, it could reverse later on, but I'm just going to show you, friends. Most people now think, I mean, like, saw some polls, bro. I saw a poll on Charlie Baleo's Twitter. I might show you. He's a permabull. He's a stock buying by the dipper. His audience, 70% chance. There's audience, 70% of them say, yeah, recession this year. Oh, bro, Charlie's audience? Friends, Charlie's been bullish on every single big dip in the past 10 years. Charlie, maybe I should bring it up right now, just while we're here. Like, I was like, whoa, bro. Charlie's audience is like, check it out. Here is Chuck here as well. Charlie Bilello. Will the US economy fall into recession? Yes. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I voted yes. You know what I mean? I like to do that, Rez. I like to do that, play those games. But it's just funny, man. The crowd really expects a big recession this year. Look, maybe right. It's wild, man. It really is wild. Like, the permabulls. Man, it's a human man-made thing as well. So, we'll see. I have the Pulse to Solana ratio, Pulse to Sol ratio, friends. Interesting. And it's still hovering around here. It's kind of funny. It's just still just like gliding down. Hopefully we get some recovery one day and we just can start to shoot up. But we'll be watching that over time. There's nothing really to report because, you know, everything is linked to just the macro markets now. The theme has come out and just washed everything. Sol ETH ratio is still strong, right? It is still strong, gliding up. I don't know why Ethereum is still this week about its Sol ETH ratio, but it does make you think about that, about the narratives and everything. A lot of people are just still capitulating out here. Man, friends, that ETH BTC, it is so like, man, it's like, it looks just dead. It just literally looks freaking dead. Like, this thing has just scammed everyone. Ethereum as well, friends. You got to check this out, man. It is down 78% in 4 years. It's literally never gone up, whatever. Look at this. This is a monthly candle. Look at this. In the past 11 months, 10 were red. What? Man, so I don't know what it's going to take, man. I mean, look at this as well. This is how it bottoms out. This is so annoying, friends. By the way, this is when I bought it, bro. It's come back. It's round tripped. It's like 560s when I bought it on the dip. In the last bear market, it's actually come back down. So Ah, man, it's I guess everyone was right. I guess the crowd was right to keep calling it garbage for the past year. They've been rewarded over and over and over again. Nothing else you can do. So how's it going to bottom out? Ah, man, if it does anything like that, it's still going to be annoying. It's going to go like, oh, no, like, oh, wow. And then like, oh, cool, Ethereum. Like that's still trash, bro. That's a year and a half of trash. Well, and maybe you come back to the fib retracement here. That's still garbage, dude. The spot ETF was, was here 0.055. So the business cycle, right? It is what it is, man. We just, what can we do? We can't do anything. You know, we yell and scream. Go find the next thing. We'll find it near impossible. Now, I guess during this theme, friends, everyone's going to be saying, watch the stock market. It's all about the stock market. Yeah, stock market's within the minus 20% zone out here. Comes back here. Obviously, look, once again, bro, it's always. You get to these periods, you look up. Okay, there's the bulls and the bears case. Okay, most people actually do believe it's coming back lower, and they're gonna force a Fed move. I don't know. We'll see. Other people believe maybe like it's almost like we're destined. We're gonna go here, and then what? You know, maybe there's another scare later. I don't know, man. No one knows. It's Mr. Stock Market. Look, it just once again, man. Like you're betting on the president to kill the economy. That's a hard bet to make, man. Now, when you look at the price chart, you're like, oh yeah, I can bet on that. Yeah, but you're following the crowd, bro. You really think Trump's here to kill the economy? Like that's you really, bro. He was a savior 5 months ago. Now he's the assassin of the economy. It's not. I've got some interesting views to share with you on that one to scroll all through the news, but I want to give you a bit of a spoiler alert for it, just to give you some juice. So it seems like, friends, Trump's right. He really wants the world. He's disrupting China's advantage. He's basically forcing the world to look elsewhere, you know, and split China's power up, diversify, dilute their power. That might be the whole big advantage here. And obviously with that, if they lose, it's pretty much a benefit for America as well. Also, friends, I know there's a lot of people I respect and like, I know you're smart and they're all saying tariffs are bad. And I'm like, man, okay, remove my bias. Look, everyone's saying it's bad. Everyone, China, America, everyone's saying bad. And I'm just I don't know. I'm just thinking, man, like, what if the crowd's wrong? What if the crowd's wrong? What if there is cheating and stuff going on? What if this stuff is going to make people think twice about moving? I don't know. I'm just thinking about because these are the things, friends. Remember, during these times, so what you're witnessing, right, is stocks go down. Yeah, there's a big dip, and same as crypto. Everything's down here, and so everyone's like the crowd by default. They're looking for reasons to be bearish. Yeah. They are. Even overnight, friends, we saw, oh, Trump, the tariffs. He put another tariff, 100% tariff on China, right? And like, oh, no, they're tweeting and stuff. And he like, if you're worried and you're selling off that, you're looking for a reason to be bearish, bro. You know what I mean? You're literally looking for an excuse to click out again, which means you don't even believe anyway. Like, you're literally getting washed out by the market. And the Fugazi narrative is here. It's just like, it could have been anything, dude. Like, you're telling me he could have farted and you would have cheated. Well, pretty much that's what it comes down to. Now, friends, I have some mysterious energy that's appeared in the universe. DataDash, our friend Nick, DataDash, he's come out, and I've had to screenshot this. He's come out here. I haven't heard from him in literally 15, 18 months. He's come out with a bearish call. He believes Bitcoin's going to crash down lower to 72K. I don't know, it's just the interesting marker. We come down here. It's calling for 72K. Haven't heard from him from a long time. I'm wondering if that's the universe sending you the signal. You got Jim Cramer bearish. You got DataDash. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let's play some angel music for all of us out here, trying to survive in these turmoil times. A lot of people are calling for the bull market to be over, friends. I watched Uncle Bobby's video, and Uncle Bobby pretty much, if I just summarize it just very quickly here for you, pretty much Uncle Bobby's just said, look, he sold like a third of his portfolio. Let's just put a weekly chart out here. Here comes Jim Gray. A lot of damage. Bang. That's funny. We still got that up here, friends. Actually, let's put it visual order, bring to the front so we can see the friendship there. So I guess Uncle Bobby, he's using like these monthly charts. right? He's using these monthly charts and he drew this little trend. So what he's expecting, he goes like, he's just a third out here. He said, look, if we recover up, he's happy to get a third in and continue the bull before it's over. Otherwise, he's just protecting in case it is over. That's it. In case it's over, he can buy like 50K or something and then reset. That's pretty much all it is. Yeah, there's nothing, man. Like people have to sell and do things and like manage their own portfolio. That's what makes the market, right? But as for me, I'm gonna stick to the cycle, man. They haven't rolled over the debt. It's a global liquidity cycle. Seems like it's that final boss phase now where they're trying to get interest rates down and do some adjustments before they do that debt rollover part. They are on a timer. So, they've got, I don't know how much, maybe like September this year. I don't know how many months left. I think it was 6 to 9 months, but it was earlier this year. So we thought they were going to do it. Obviously, they're not happy with the interest rates. That's why Donald Trump keeps referring to them, the slow acting Fed. And I'm not exactly the full amount of it, but because the interest rate's so high, because the debt is so big, every interest rate cut, it's a big boost. It is. It's a big reduction in the in basically their spending, or they can do the money printing and they can go do the shebang. Let me continue as well here. So ETH BTC, friends, continues going down in horror nightmare after 4 years, but like linked to the business cycle and everything out here. Not surprised at this point. It's effectively, looking at Ethereum, you're effectively at zero, bro, when I'm just looking at you and everything you're doing right now. So cracking on through news as well. So Trump says China wants to make a deal badly, but they don't know how to get it started. So it feels like this, just turmoil back and forth. And then we continue. South Korea says it's not going to fight back against the US tariffs and seek to negotiate a new trade deal. So you will probably see a theme. A lot of countries come to the table and they're like, you know what, let's choose America. That might put pressure on China out here as well, and you want to see what's actually going to put pressure on China. Well, friends, I have the chart here for you. This is the Chinese yuan against the US dollar. I think it is delayed, but apparently this is trading actually lower. They started devaluing already. So they had to print money. But they can't do this forever because they're basically making their currency poop, which is very stimulatory, I guess, for Bitcoin and crypto, right? That's what happens because they're basically, so if they're getting taxed more, so they're like, oh, instead of paying a tax, what we'll do is we'll just print more of our currency. So we'll do the international trade. So you just get more of this dog poop, but then we have the capital controls when you do it back in. So, but you can't do that forever, right? Or how much are you willing to devalue this, bro? You're going to send this down to zero? Just do the export stuff? Now there's a lot of pressure because the more it happens, if America doesn't cave back in against China, guess what? They've devalued their currency and people are looking for alternatives as well. So they've got a weaker currency and weaker demand. You're double donked, right? Elon Musk says the White House senior trades advisor, Peter Navarro, is truly a moron and dumber than a sack of bricks. I guess we'll see how it all plays out, right? How it's all going to just continue. The tariff. So remember, friends, even if I go back and I look at the global liquidity index and the fractal cope that we have with the fractal. So here we are right now. Yes, April's poop. It's kind of funny, friends, because even Arthur Hayes said, yeah, April's pretty much a write-off. April's kind of poop, sluggish, and then we can continue later on, which is it's just interesting that it matches up with this fractal, unless maybe what Arthur was looking at was the terms of agreements or something on the balance sheets of the US Fed or whatever. So we're looking at it right here. It'll be interesting if it does hold always these times, man, these scary times. Even if you notice, friends, every single person is like, man, it's over. Look, this, that's what everyone's feeling right now. I know, I feel it too, bro. I feel it too. What can we do, man? What can we do? So if we do make it to end of April, moving up, this is May. Pretty much May 1st. Man, it's going to be funny. I'm telling you, man, people are going to be getting out here. They're already selling. I know, because they're so scared of selling May and go away. That's why it would be it'll be quite the trap that forms. If it will be quite the trap that forms, right? They're thinking selling May go away, then May goes up. They think it's going to go down, but then it continues up in June. All right, now they're going to buy in again. They're like, wait a minute, I sold for selling May go away. now they're going to be probably buying that top of that next that next move up, 125k BTC or something. Just it would be funny if that happens and that plays out all over again, and then we'll move on to that next cycle phase. Now, continuing on, China says that the USA is not serious about trade talks and warns intimidation, threats, and blackmail aren't the way to engage. China and the rest of the world are determined to fight a trade war to the end. So this is just, it's a bit interesting. China and the rest of the world, I think everyone's going to capitulate into USA. I think they will. And then China's going to be standing by themselves. I don't think they're going to be these big mavericks and whatever. I don't think so. You got to think, friends. Like the American politicians, they can see the books, bro. They can see the books. They talk to like they know. They're like, man, these guys aren't. They're not going to do their stuff themselves. They can't do shit. Maybe they think it like, but it's when you're seeing markets go down and everything out here, it's different, bro. It's different. There's charts out here. So, hope you're appreciating this perspective, because I'm looking at, man, like everyone's saying it's over again. Yeah, one of these times it will be over, but like it's a man-made thing, bro. You know what I mean, friends? Like you know what the button to press is. You just got to see an announcement. President Xi says he'll be meeting with President Trump next Tuesday, flying over. You know what I mean? That's all you got to know. It's human-made stuff. It's a human-made thing, which is like, that's why I'm like trying to put some rationality to it. It's human-made Fugazi stuff going on. So the humans wrecked it. Humans can fix it, calm it down, and they do negotiations out here. The ones that blow out of control is obviously the coughing and the sneezing and the virality of stuff out here, right? Or like, oh, there's explosions somewhere. We don't even know how much oil is gone or whatever. You know what I mean? That stuff. That's the stuff that I guess shouldn't even really worry about it. You get past them, but those are the ones that keep cascading. Because right now, man, it's like it's a bunch of dudes like, hey, are you happy or are you sad today? Are you going to tweet? Are you going to back off? Are you going to not tweet? Are you going to do something? It's just the same thing, right? BlackRock says it's optimistic about stonks long-term and believes AI can help US reclaim global leadership. So that's what it might come down to here, right? So all the AI in the future and everything out here. I'm actually watching on my screen now, friends. Actually good for inflation. Oil is falling off a cliff. So I'm going to show you this chart. Actually, if you're curious what this ratio was, I was curious what the Russell 2000 versus the S&P 500 has been doing. And it's actually an oscillator. Isn't it interesting? Over these decades. So Russell 2000's strong, Russell 2000's weak, Russell 2000's strong, like that. It's just, that's interesting. But what you can do is let's go look at the oil price chart. Sweet. It's coming back down. That's awesome, man. So remember, oil dropping, friends, coming down, inflation goes down, cuts start getting priced in. That's exactly what you want. Cuts get priced in, and then they can do the debt rollover, and we can, it's just literally standard repeat of the global liquidity cycle. Next thing as well, Italian Prime Minister, so Mrs. Meloni, she used to travel to the US to negotiate tariffs. So here she is. I guess you'd go her for Prime Minister. Doing all right. See, friends, all these countries, they're going to come negotiate, man. Like, they're not going to come pick China. I just don't think they will. They just won't, man. They just, you know they won't. But I know you're looking at the prices. You're like, oh, will they? Will they? No, I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. Because remember, man, China's still new kid on the block. They're new kid on the block. They're just like, remember, China's been flexing because everyone's buying shit off them. But, okay, bro. India's coming. Philippines. Vietnam. Scam long dong. All the scam long dongs in Vietnam. Vietnamese kid and his big fat dong. Okay? So, look, these alternatives are eventually going to weaken it out. They will. Even though it doesn't look like it right now. Every time I even say something like this, someone says, no, empirically it can't, this or that. Dude, like, look, man, you can talk a big game, but I can see their stock market, okay? I can see their stock market, all right? Look, yes, I'm wearing a fancy America hat. Yes, I'm a retardio. Yes, I'm a peanut brain. But also, I can read the chart. China, friends, it was the same price. It's gone nowhere in 10 years, bro. Their literal stock market has literally gone nowhere in 10 years. The China A50 here. You believe that? You've literally gone nowhere in 10 years, bro. Literally 0 in 10 years. 10 years for your stock market. Do you want to see what the S&P 500 has done in 10 years, friends? You want to see the stock market? Well, America, the grace of America's done. Look where it was in 2015. My gosh, bro. That's it. So while America was literally accelerating it, bro, the whole index is up 2.7x, 170%. Look at actually how much it went. Like even to today, where is it at right now? Yeah, whatever, 118%. See what I mean? Like, that's just, like, you're looking at it. And by the way, China, we know, they're not stock market focused. They control the capitals for real estate. But that's popping too, bro. That's popping too. Yeah, who affords your real estate? Workers. Okay, God bless the workers. If manufacturing things are restructuring to Vietnam and just every other country, they're like, you know what, we'll take them. We'll take some of China's pie. What do you got now, bro? You have like, you got 1 billion people that might stop. You know what I mean, fans? It's not like a lot of people, man, they're sucking off Uncle Ray Dalio. He's like, how do you know the global power? Look, you know why I'm a confident, friends? I know America's got the UFO tech. That's why. Okay, if I didn't know that, different story. I'd be believing Ray Dalio. The fact that I know America's got the UFO tech, they got a lot of those ships. They're way ahead, man. And the fact that I know, like, the fastest way to get yourself assassinated is to start publishing the 0 point energy things online. Start trying to make those tanks that power your whole house from water and start publishing it. Like, fastest way to get yourself assassinated, okay? You'll get poisoned, you're gone, okay? I know that happens, okay? Doesn't happen in China. With China, it's like, oh, you protest against the government, you're dead. America doesn't do that, bro. Publish those equations, you're dead. Okay, that's, do you know what I mean? I don't know, I'm just having a different perspective out here. I'm trying to look for reasons to be bullish because I'm like, well, man, you survived so many other things. Okay, is the reading, are we going to be really going to be reading in 18 months? I am waiting in the soup line because Donald Trump sent America into a Great Depression because he was bullying China and China overtook the world. I don't think that's the headline I'll be reading, man. I don't think that's the headline you'll be reading. That's what people are pricing in, though. That's what people are trying to say the headline you'll be reading is. White House says President Trump will not accept a situation where Wall Street is allowed to run the economy. So basically, yeah, people are saying, oh, can you just go make a deal and capitulate to China so we can get the market up? He's like, no. That's it. See how it's kind of funny, man. The story's Fugazi because the global, look at this is the crazy part, Habibs. The story is Fugazi. The global liquidity index is saying poop here and then we just go up. Wouldn't it be wild, friends, if it settles this month and then like in May and June, there's like, oh, more countries want to make a deal. Countries and companies are doing things and like the market starts pricing it in and we're like, whoa, but the money prints up. I know. That's the craziest part about markets. Every time we come to this confluence of the story and humans and then the background fundamental money printing number go up thing, and then you're like, no, they can't be related. And lo and behold, friends, when the liquidity thing's going down, the human relations break down, yeah? When the liquidity thing's going up, human relations are good. And I'm like, what the hell? It's like we're all... So you probably think it's a chicken and egg problem. Do they print money to make us feel good? Is that what happens? I don't know. I don't know. It's like we're all riding a wave. It's this big cycle. That's how I interpret it. Because I don't think it's like, oh, just keep printing money forever. Because obviously look at like when Argentina... in his previous years, or Zimbabwe. You can't just print money. Oh, make everyone feel good. It doesn't work like that. There's some bigger cycle at force, and the cycle's controlling the emotions. Hey, it's time to go up. We need more money. We'll print more. Oh no, we're running out. It's time to go down. Move it. Whatever it is out here. It's the business cycle. It's a time thing. You might have been looking at it through the lens of like the business ISM, which I show you so often as well, which is still here. And I know it's very contrarian to say this, but I don't think we had a bull market, man. I didn't care what Bitcoin's price is, dude. I know left translated right. I know what, dude, this is ISM below 50. We didn't even hit 52, man. So it might be one of those cases, man, where the chartists just going to jeek themselves out. Sally may go away and do this, and you know we'll see what plays out. As well, friends. So White House pretty much says additional 104% tariffs on China went into effect today at noon. So they're doing the tariff war, trade war. And that's crazy, man. I think they're going to bleed out China, man. I think that, and no one's saying, obviously people like, it's so contrarian to say that. I think they actually will. No one thought that was possible. No one thought it was possible. I didn't read a single person's opinion saying it was possible to do it. Now, I'm not saying just because no one says it can. I'm not just saying that. I'm just thinking, man, like, it's America, bro. Look at the stock market. Look where the capital goes. It wants to go into America. I want to put my money in America. Right? I want to. Do you want to ask yourself, do you want to put your money in China? Do you? No, you don't. Okay. You want to hire Chinese workers to make something for 6 cents and then you want to take it out. That's what you want to do. Just think about it naturally. Okay. This is like a grandma's perspective. Grandma Peggy. Do you want to keep your money in Chinese banks? Friends, if you had $100 million, would you keep it in a Chinese bank? Would you? You. Yeah? I don't think you would. I don't think you would. Would you go and buy, you know what I mean? Like it's, just think about it from that perspective. Like, so, okay, if you and I as peanut brains, if we're not even going to do that, then how good does the deal have to be? It's got to be a really, really, really good deal for other people out there. So, and that's what they probably have to do. They have to capitulate and make it a good deal. White House says America does not need other countries as much as they need us. Well, there you go. Pretty much said, and it's true. People are saying, "Oh, it's PulseChain. It's strongman argument." Bro, it's true, friends. It's true. I've been trading for freaking over a decade, friends. I'm telling you right now, Asia, you're all a bunch of cucks. You're a bunch of soy boys, soy girl, bug eating pieces of shit. You just can't hold anything. You just cheat everything. You just can't hold any rally. You're garbage. Okay, just move on. Okay, Europe. Sometimes you just lead the rally. So I'll give it to sometimes, you know. You got the London boys, you got the German DAX. You just can do that as well. But you're still, bro, you're 10% of America, dude. America comes in, it just slaps everyone. All right? It flops its dong out. He's an American dong for you. Okay? Every time, friends, all the money's made in America. The liquidity's there. It ain't in China, bro. It's not in China. Okay? Like I said, you get some nice Chinese slaves for about $8 an hour to build your stuff. That's what it is, you know. So we don't live in a world where China. By the way, okay, this is just the funniest part. Do you know a single person who's got their money in a 10-year Chinese bond? No. Do you know a single company? No. Well, I can tell you right now, I can literally name for you 5,000 companies who own American treasuries. Go to the S&P 500, go to the S&P 2000, the 3000, literally every single thing. Okay, they have long-term American bonds. By the way, China got the long-term American bonds. China own America's long-term bonds. You know what I mean? So Japan, everyone owns their long-term bonds, okay? They've got the yield curve. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to look at a big, fat, dirty red candle like this. I'm trying to look at it. And I'm just trying to say, you know what, man? Like, I'm looking for reasons to feel a bit horny because it's so easy to feel down right now. It's so easy just to say, you know what? It's over. It's over, right? Orange man, he ain't good. Orange man bad. It's too easy to say that. But I'm like, bro, okay, you know what? If you were saying orange man bad when S&P was 6,100, okay, sweet. You got some merit. After a 21% drop, while like this is the crazy part as well, friends. Like it's all playing out to plan, bro. Look at the old Dicky boy. Dicky boy's coming down. Dixie. Remember, Dixie's coming down, which is good. Oil's coming down, which is good. And then you can even look at the US rates. By the way, they already have. I'm going to show you the Fed watch tool, friends. It's kind of funny, bro. The Fed. This is someone got psyched out. Some big players got psyched out. They started pricing in the car. Then we think China started dumping the US bonds and it's made the yields go up, right? And so someone G'd it out there. It was forced down. But look at this. It's back up to 51% for the rate cut chance. It went down to like 30%. So, yeah, China can keep dumping the treasuries, but like they're just going to keep hurting themselves. They can't do it forever. White House as well, friends. Check it out. So, okay, this is actually funny. So, Apple flies in 5 planes full of iPhones to avoid US tariffs is like the meme of the day. Moving in the iPhones. White House says the deal to lower tariffs will only be made if it's good for US workers and trade deficits. Here we have Canada. Oh, man, the maple syrup, friends. So Canada announces 25% tariffs, 3 R's and 6 F's for that tariffs, 25% tariffs on some US-made cars. We love you, Canada. You're all right. President Pump says we are taking $2 billion in a day from tariffs. Tariffs are on, and probably everyone's joking. Scotty Milker saying, "Oh, they're taking it from the US companies who are losing." That's pretty much it. So you have President Pump and G. You have the Italian Prime Minister. I guess you'd go for a PM. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have look at the selection. You know what I mean? You just got to look like half alive and like just look reasonably under the age of 65, and you're pretty much. You're good material out there in the political field out here. This is this is a tulip, friends. A relic of the past. A tulip. ETH BTC. Bro, what are you? It is what it is. Okay, and then you have unusual. This is awesome. I love this girl. So Marjorie. Friends. Marjorie. She actually said, panicking over tariffs are for losers and failures. Then she went and bought the dip. Right when the market was deeply red. This guy, Unusual Wales, he's tried to spin it as like deeply unusual. Bro, it's meant to be a bullish post. She literally said, you're all pussies. She's like a government insider, and she bought the dip. And this account, this is why I think it's the low. It's like we're like bottoming out somewhere around here, because like it's meant to be a bullish tweet. This guy's spinning it as negative. This is unusual. What do you mean unusual, bro? She literally has bought the dip. What's unusual about that? Unusual? Like, oh, it's unusual. Why? Because you're reading bad news from soy boy journalists who click sell when they think the world is over, and then someone's actually buying with their money. An insider, by the way. Interesting. So maybe we will get saved by DataDash. This is a post from 2022, friends of me. Every crypto influencer comment section is filled with this one below. This is what it was at the bottom. Comparing this bear market to any other is redonkulous. The world is an entirely different place since 2020. There is zero comparison. Literally at the bottom. Literally at the bottom. I'm just telling you, like, same thing every time. Like, comparing it to anything else is stupid. You can't. You tell me, bro. You tell me. Just another pod guy. I'll spell it out explicitly. Everyone thinks Trump wants balanced trade. He doesn't. He wants to force allies to stop trading with China completely. Zero inbound supply. Because it's not just for American jobs. It's a proactive move to slow down China's industrial rise. Everything is a downstream of this. Reserve currency status, the ability to address fiscal debt. It's a crazy risk because China has a vote. It's a crazy risk because you are forcing Europe to commit seppuku because you have very little leverage or say in the matter. That's when seppuku is. That when, friends, you get the spoon and you're like, Spoonie, you go through me, but you kill the guy behind me. You ever played Tekken, friends? Yoshimitsu. That was like his fatal move, the seppuku. It's a crazy risk because you're forcing Europe. It's a crazy risk because Xi might bomb the fabs in Taiwan and the world doesn't get AGI. It's a crazy risk because China knows how financialized we are and we dump bonds and equities. It's just interesting. See, friends, have you noticed there's like 7 bad points already? Unknown, risk. That's what happens. Bears sound really, really smart, man. They just sound really, really smart all the time. Because you get 50,000 things why things go wrong. I mean, right now, you and I could just literally drop dead tomorrow. You know, your brain turns off, aneurysm in your heart, lungs, your feet, something erupts, ruptured this, ruptured that, heart gives up, kidney, like just 50,000 things. Like, whoa. Okay, friends, okay. Trump's advisors like Moran believe that you can coerce your allies to pay for your security umbrella in the form of buying longer dated treasuries. He can go gloves off or glove on. There are real constraints. Let's see how he ends it. Economic blitzkrieg. That's what we're seeing. And it's only the start. I like the start of the post. Turns to... See, friends, look at it. Friends, it's always... Look at this. Just go down. Doom, 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 doom. You know what I mean? Because you sound smart. Always sound smart, bro. You always sound really, really, really smart. Doom, doom. And then I'm like... I know. It doesn't... It's not like... Hey, what? You just draw a line up? You've been through this before. We all have, okay? We're all going to make it. And yes... I have been lighting the candles every single day, okay? Every single day, friends, the candles get lit because that's exactly what we're here to do. Survive through April once again. Hey, like we're about a third of the way through April already. Feels like it just started, so it's coming out there. Like, subscribe, catch you soon.